Edition Friday morning. Thank you again for joining us outside. A little steamy, 69 degrees. We'll get up around 94 is yesterday, 96 today, 95 on Saturday, 97 on Sunday, 98 on Monday. And that is not the heat index. Let me keep underscoring that. That's the actual base temperature. So if we do have much humidity in here, we're looking at triple-digit heat index coming up this weekend, so we will work on that. I should ask our next two guests what the plural is of index. I always get it wrong. Because we are joined by a retired teacher, but also a current teacher. Erica Hyde joins us. She is a teacher at McHenry Primary. Today, the final day of classes. She's not only a teacher, she's a former student there, and we have a retired teacher from McHenry, Tony Pope, here as well. Tony, did you teach Erica?
She was actually my library assistant in 1989-90. It was my first year.
So you guys got a little bit of distance there, of course, and really, folks, you're looking at them right now, they're both the same age. It's kind of, I could get in trouble. I'll get in trouble for that one. You'll get mad about that one. Yeah, okay. Never mind. Let's move on before I really get in trouble here. Guys, thank you guys for being here today. Emotional day, final day of McHenry. I think a history that stretches back 133 years.
123.
123, okay. And in journalism, we're trying to give fake news and inflate things by 10. So 123 consecutive years, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Now, at that same location, has it hopped around?
Kind of the same area, in that area. Okay. Mamie McHenry started the school in 1896.
Oh, wow.
Along with what would become DeSoto Park Church.
Okay. I know where DeSoto Park Church is, right there at the intersection of Cave Spring and that one?
Yes, almost right across from Darlington.
Gotcha. Okay. Mm-hmm. I've been by there frequent times indeed. Today, the last day for having students on campus. And Erica, you said you guys have been packing up. Tony and his crew went in last night and vandalized the school for you, right?
But it was so pretty.
Oh, what did they do? Tell us what they did.
Okay, so I think they put, McHenry Primary School, they put 2 hearts the year that it was started, and then this year, 2019, had some cardinals drawn.
That's the mascot.
And
had McHenry Cardinals forever on it.
Oh, nice.
Because one of our sayings is, once a cardinal, always a cardinal.
Well,
so for people that's gone through, taught or went to school there.
That's incredible. Well, Erica, we're going to start with you. I mean, being a teacher there, what's it like for the kids right now? Are they kind of aware of all this, or they're like, we're going to a new school next year?
I think kind of they haven't been there as long as, of course, we have. So they're ready to end their school year. They're ready for summer. My second graders are definitely ready to go to Pepperell Elementary next year, but I don't think they've grasped the whole, just the big importance of it, just because their age.
No, that's a good point about that. What about you, having been through the school as a student and
parent?
Yeah, I've done all 3 roles.
So you have a child there too?
I've had my children go through there.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to make up to you, think how young you are. So okay. So your kids have already been through that. So my God, you are a 3-time dipper there. What's it like for you?
Well, as a student, it always had this home feeling, home away from home. You always felt loved, taken care of, nurtured, guided. That's when I decided to become a teacher, was sitting in Miss McGee's 2nd grade classroom.
I'll be darned.
And she just had a profound effect on my life, as well as Joyce McCord, who's my 4th grade teacher, and my 5th grade teacher, Miss Tate. Just loved those ladies tremendously, had a huge impact. Tony had a big impact on me as well.
Well, heck, you're still talking. You're sitting here in a radio studio together, 8 inches apart. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, and so when I got a job at McHenry in pre-K, started off in pre-K, it was just surreal walking through the hallways. Gosh, it felt like I was just here. And Tony and I had a funny little story. I come in pre-planning, I think, and I looked at him and I'm like,
are you still here?
Are you still here? Aren't you supposed to be retired? And that was a big funny joke.
Yeah, it was real funny.
Yeah, he's real laughing about it now. But anyway, so I moved out of pre-K into 2nd grade, and I didn't actually get to teach in the classrooms that I was a student, because I thought that would be kind of neat to actually teach in a classroom that I was a student. But it's just, and then I loved having my children there, just because McHenry is a special place. I believe it's that hidden gem, that hidden treasure in Floyd County, We have really small class sizes. The teachers and staff are always caring, go out of their way for these kids. It's just, I'm just very thankful that I had the opportunity to be a student there and also to be a teacher.
Oh, it's got to be a special memory. I mean, I did not know your own children went there as well. I mean, here you are, though, and you may not remember this, but I mean, you are the personification of course, gender changes here and all. I mean, the Mr. Cotter story. And Tony, you may be old enough to remember Gabe Kaplan. Yeah. Basically, a guy came back to his school, you know, and it's a great song, John Sebastian, whatever it was. It was a great show. And unfortunately, the leftovers of that, we are still stuck with John Travolta all these years later because he was famous. But really, an emotional time. I mean, you know, we got you back on campus, Mr. Cotter. You're now, rather than being one of the so-called original sweat hogs and one of the rowdy students, you are the teacher now. Mm-hmm. So for you, what was that transition like?
It was just a really cool experience. I mean, of course, coming back and working with teachers who had taught me or had maybe that were on staff but didn't teach me. And I kind of get that forgivingness of they look at you and they go, your face looks familiar. I don't know who you are, you know, because now I'm experiencing that. We just go, hey, how you doing?
You just play the game.
Yeah, you just play it.
Well, Tony, how about you? Having been a teacher there, having taught Erica before, I mean, you got one of your own back on staff now, that kind of stuff. What's it feel like for you? I mean, of course, you're retired.
It makes you feel old.
Oh, get out of here now. How old are you?
No, 52, going on 53.
You're retired at 53? Mm-hmm. Where did I go wrong in my career?
That's what you get for going to work pretty much every day, whether you're sick or not. So
good for you. Well, first off, congratulations on that. What's it like to having your former students come back, and now, of course, you know, here's a place. How many years were you on at McHenry the whole time?
Almost full 29.
Wow, that's amazing.
When I went out, so it's just amazing. And when I first interviewed, I'd never even heard of McHenry, even though it was even an old school in Floyd County at the time. But when I interviewed with Mr. Desper, I was a little bit lost. I didn't even know where the school was, which doesn't mean anything because I'm directionally challenged anyway. But got there and interviewed, and it was just going to be a stepping stone until my home school, where I grew up, Johnson Elementary, came open. And in 2000, a friend retired at Model Elementary, and I was going to go to the library there, and cried the whole night after we announced it. And I thought that shouldn't be the case. If I'm meant to go somewhere else, I shouldn't feel this way. So went back, and the principal let me out of my agreement to move and stayed at McHenry, and I turned 2 other schools down to stay there. So because I love the kids and my friends and family. My friends that were family became, I leave it. So.
No, and you were there until January 2018?
Yes.
Wow, that's a long haul. 29 years on campus. So you got some blood, skin, and tears in act as well. We are talking to Erica and Tony about the final day of classes at McHenry Primary after 123 years corrected there. We'll go back and talk more about that after this break. It's the Hometown Headlines Radio Edition on Rome's News Talk, WRGA. And welcome back, Hometown Headlines Radio Edition for this Friday morning. Again, we are talking about the final day of McHenry Primary after 123 years. We are joined by teacher, graduate, and parent. That's a great resume. Erica Hyde's here again. Erica, thank you for being here. Tony Pope, who spent 29 years and finally retired on January of 2018. And this guy's not even 54 years old yet. So I'm gonna hit on you the rest of the day about that. I'm jealous. No. Thank both of you guys for being here talking about your memories of McHenry. Tony, y'all said something y'all did last night, and this is what I think maybe kind of underscores just how special McHenry is. You and some other former teachers and whatever got together last night, left this nice little love note for the incumbent staff. How do you guys bond? I've seen things online in recent days about lunches and get-togethers with some of the former and the current kind of stuff. That's a great bond to have.
Well, we have the retirees. We have a monthly retirement luncheon. They started that maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Judy Harris was the instigator of that. And
is Jim Harris involved in any way?
Jim shows up for stuff and helps. You can't keep Jim out of things.
Oh yeah.
And so we've got that, and then some of us I called us the Goonies. They didn't agree with that statement, but I said we were kind of like the Goonies. A lot of us that weren't married, or one was married, but she ended up being my aide and the mother of one of our other teachers. We just kind of bonded and go on vacations and things together and still keep in touch. And so, we're just, I don't know, just a little special group. And then outside that, what I call that little core group, you got the other family members. You got like your close brother or sister, but then you got the other ones that might get on your nerves sometimes, but they're still family and everything. But yeah, we showed up, 4 of us. We called ourselves the Banditos Rojas, the Red Bandits, and we posed for a picture with wearing red mask and some Cat in the Hat things on my head, our heads, because I did a lot of Cat in the Hat themed stuff. So we left some graffiti on the sidewalk as a little message for the students and the staff there. So.
PG rated or G rated?
Oh no, it's all It's all G rated. It's all G rated.
All right, good. I don't want to have Jeff Wilson call me in here real quick saying get them off the air. They're leaving them for fan. No, not at all. Erica, how about you? You're going to leave here. You're going to go back to that school. You're going to wrap things up today. Now, I've got to ask.
Very literally, I'm going to wrap things up.
Boxing, that kind of stuff. So I got to ask that TV style question. So this is where the TV reporters will try to evoke tears from you or something like that. Seriously, what's it going to be like these next 6-7 hours?
I think it's going to be tough. I was just talking to Jennifer Grogan yesterday as we were preparing for our awards days, and I was like, okay, are you ready? I mean, has this hit you yet? And she and I are on the same page. Right now, we're just so stressed about getting everything packed up and put away that it hasn't hit us emotionally. And I think as we walk through those doors of Pepperell Primary next year, that's when it's going to hit us. Okay. It's going to be, later down the road when we look around and we don't see those familiar faces that have been part of our family for so long. I mean, we will see, obviously, teachers we've known that we'll be teaching with next year, but it's different. I mean, we've even talked about this summer getting together and going having dinner. Jenny Cunningham hit me up. So we were just talking about that's how we are. We are a staff that truly care about each other. We pray for each other when we're sick, when our family members are sick, when we're going through hard times. We definitely shield each other and lift each other up and pray for one another. And it's just been a very special group of staff that is really like my extended family.
No, under a minute left. We got very quickly on this. I hate to hurry you on that, but still, that's the kind of thing you're going to remember out there as well. Tell you what, we'll give you 30 seconds, your favorite memory from McHenry. Any generation.
My favorite memory from McHenry would be, as a teacher, obviously, going to see the Dark Library. Tony Pope would put it on every year. It's just fabulous.
Well, we'll end with that, Tony. Your final 30 seconds, buddy. So tell us about your favorite memory, or what's his dark library?
It was something I just started in the 90s, and it's just kind of a spooky time. We turned the lights off in the hallway in the library, and black lights and shoes that glowed in the dark. So kids loved it.
And teachers.
Final 10 seconds. Or favorite memory?
The Dark Library.
I love it. Guys, thank you guys. Congratulations.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate that. Break time, hometown headlines.